Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Penguin Nonsense. I am your host, Edith, and it's nice to have y'all again. Another Monday, another penny, another dime, right? Oh, another day, another penny. My bad. Thank y'all for joining us, whether it's from home, your car, the gym, wherever it is. I am glad that you are here, and I'm glad it's another week. Another time closer to Christmas. As y'all can tell, I'm really excited for Christmas. I do love me some Christmas time, so just really excited. Did y'all hear that? At least here in North Carolina, it has already started snowing up in our mountains. I think it's just really wonderful. I've always been a big fan of snow, so the fact that last year we didn't get any snow at all just made me really sad. So I really hope we get some snow this year, but I think the people are calling for no snow down here. So I might just have to go up to the mountains to get my snow. But I think it's wonderful. It makes me feel so happy whenever I start hearing about snow. So just thought I'd share that with y'all to start off our week. So let's get on to our first story of the week. This story, I found it because I think we should, as much as we're paying attention to everything else that's going on in our world, I'm really glad when good things are happening for our Earth. So, this is the world's largest offshore wind farm power-up. Dodger Bank, which is said to be the biggest offshore wind farm on the planet when it's completed in 2026, produced electricity for the first time this week. The first of the planned 277 turbines began spinning 70 nautical miles, 130 kilometers off the coast of Yorkshire, with each turn of its blades generating enough clean energy to power the average home for 2 days. The project will eventually produce 3.6 gigawatts of energy, enough for 6 million homes a year, and will deliver annual emissions saving equivalent to taking 1.5-meter cars off the road, say, to those behind it. It's being built as a joint venture between the UK's SSE Renewable and Norwegian's firm Equinor and Vergron. SSE Chief Executive Alistair Philip Davis held the switch on a landmark moment for a global offshore wind. There's been lots of talk about the need to build homegrown energy supplies, but we are taking action on this massive scale. He said, "This is exactly how we should be responding to the energy crisis," which I think is awesome. If this ends up going as well as it's already going, then I think it's going to be really great for all these people to have actually this energy that's being, produced naturally in my small little brain that I have. So I think it's really great. I hope this goes well. So I thought it was a worthy news to share. I feel like there's a lot of bad news out there right now. So I think I was trying to find something light, something good, something that we know we can all get excited about, and I think it's us more excited than helping our Earth, right? So on to our next story of today. Let us know if y'all think that solar energy or windmill energy, that kind of stuff, if it really does help with our Earth, if y'all think it really is helping our Earth, or if it's just making it worse. I think that's an interesting debate there, compared to our normal source energy instead of our natural source energy. So I think it's an interesting topic. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. The next one is from Reddit, and as always, it is an Am I the A-hole story, and it goes, this story is from Massive Ben 9289, and we're not going to read into that, okay, you guys? But the title goes, Am I the a-hole for asking my wife to dress more femininely for my sister's wedding? At the top of my head, I always feel like you don't tell a woman what to do, but we'll see. I, male 32, and my wife, female 30, have been married for 5 years and are expecting our first child. She's in her 6th month of pregnancy. She has her very tomboyish style, wearing only loose t-shirts, jeans, sneakers, and caps. She never uses makeup, dresses, heels, or accessories. I don't mind this because it's her personality and I respect that. However, next weekend we're attending my younger sister's wedding. It's a formal and elegant event, and I know my family will judge my wife for her style. They are very conservative and traditional, and they expect women to dress femininely and appropriately. I don't want them to talk to her or talk about her behind her back and cause any embarrassment. So, I asked my wife to dress more femininely for the wedding. I suggested she wear a nice dress that complements her belly, comfortable yet stylish shoes, and maybe a bit of makeup and some earrings. I told her she would look beautiful like that, and it would be a special occasion for both of us. She got angry with me, as she should. She said I was trying to change who she is, and I didn't expect her as she is, and accept her as she is. She said I was being shallow and that I should care more about her than other people's opinions. She said she would wear what she wants, and if anyone had a problem with it, they could go to hell. I was disappointed in her reaction. I was trying to change who she is. No, I wasn't trying to change who she is. I just wanted her to feel good and fit in the event. I don't think I asked for too much. I just wanted her to make a small effort for me and my family. Now, she's not talking to me, and I don't know what to do. I don't want to cause problems between them, but I also don't want to hurt anyone. Am I the a-hole? And the commenters did not fail on this one. I think this one I feel like it shouldn't have been made as such a big deal. But then again, I know sometimes I can get a little traumatic. Sometimes I am the trauma. Am I the trauma? I am the trauma. Okay. Anyways, but I just feel like sometimes some people can get a little over dramatic and not for any good reason or anything. And I feel like this one, it could have been handled a lot better. But not only when you tell a woman that she should do something, when you tell a pregnant woman that she should do something, those hormones are already on another level. Like, you think we're already bad on a normal, like, day or normal, like, I'm on my period or whatever. Just add on to the fact that you're building a child in your stomach and your hormones are just out of whack, so on sync, and everything in the world is up against you, like, at least that's how I think people feel. At least that's sort of how a lot of pregnant people feel. So I feel like this one was really like, not only did you tell a woman how to dress and how to look, but you told a pregnant lady how to look, and I just think that is just the worst thing you could possibly do. Like, out of a joke, just because I think it's funny. Like, I've seen all these memes of, like, lately how, like, the draft is not a joke, but I've seen, like, that they said that they were gonna maybe draft women too if it came down to it, and I saw, like, all these women, like, just making these comments of, like, if I get captured, I'm telling, or, like, that kind of stuff. Like, you just don't mess with women. Women are on another level. Let us be, if we feel comfortable wearing something, we feel comfortable wearing something. And I'm not saying that. I feel like a woman should definitely try to experiment all kinds of dressing and really find her style. Like, I feel like no one should be forced to dress a certain way, and no one should feel forced that they have to dress a certain way. I myself, like, I come from a family of 2 boys. I had 2 brothers, and I was the only girl. And I was a daddy's girl, so I was the first one born. So my dad would treated me very tomboyish. Like, I know how to do a lot more stuff than my brothers know how to do. That's how bad it is. So I think that it comes down to, like, just because I was tomboyish doesn't mean that I later didn't come to find this feminine side of me. And do I thank Jose a lot for that side of me? Excuse him blowing his nose, rude. But anyways, yeah, like, I do thank him for, like, helping me find my feminine side and stuff, but I never felt like I was being forced to be more feminine or anything like that. I definitely do always wanted to give it a try, but I never really, like, felt comfortable doing it and that kind of stuff. So I definitely do think that, like, if you don't feel comfortable in it because you've already tried it, then good. But if you haven't tried it, it never hurts to try it. You know, I think we should all give everything this fashion world has to offer a try. Except Crocs. I'm sorry if you wear Crocs. I'm really sorry about that. I just can't get behind the... But anyways, back to the story as a whole. Was he the a-hole? Was he not the a-hole? I don't know. I'm a little torn between this one. Like, I feel like she could have just been like... chose a better battle and just been like... We're not doing this right now. I am going to dress the way I dress, and then that's it. And that's it. But I think she took it a little harder than that. And the fact that she's not talking to him over, like, what she wants to wear, it's just ridiculous. But I do agree that this is a wedding. So at least hopefully she follows the protocol. And I think I saw on a comment, I didn't screenshot that comment, but it was like, what was she planning on wearing? And it said that she was planning on wearing, because this was apparently supposed to be like a fancy wedding. It says that she was planning to wear, like, black dress pants and, like, a white blouse or, like, something like that. And, like, a little bow tie to go with it, and, like, a floral bracelet. So to me, like, the whole description did sound very, like, fancy, in my opinion. So I think she would have been fine with what she wore. I'm sorry that he probably wanted to see her in a dress, and that is fine and dandy. But after being married, he said 5 years. You already know how this person is. Why are you all of a sudden going to suggest something that she wasn't to begin with? Like, if this was something that bothered you to begin with, and you thought that maybe you could change her down the line, like, you probably should have thought about that, like, before you got engaged with her and decided, like, hey, she's not going to change this, so she's going to be, nevertheless, try to change her mind just for a darn wedding. My 2 cents, that's how I feel about it. So... yeah, maybe he is the a-hole. I'm letting you know what you guys think, because I feel a little broken on this one. Like I said, I feel like he's not the a-hole for throwing it out there, but he is the a-hole for not respecting how she is after 5 years. You know? So, and I think the whole comments were like, you are the a-hole, and he did give an edit. He's like, I read all the comments. I understood I am the a-hole. I shouldn't have done that. I've already apologized to my wife and she accepted it, although she's still upset. If my family criticizes her for her choice of outfit, I will defend her. So when I read that, I was like, did you plan not to defend her to begin with? Important questions. But I don't know. Hope they get closure. Hope that things work out for them. Hope that they end up getting through it and whatnot, especially if there's their first baby and everything. So definitely wanted to work out for the baby. So that is all for our second story. Like I said, let me know what you guys think. Would y'all ever have told a pregnant lady that she was changing to work? Because definitely not. I know not to mess with women, and I know not to mess with pregnant women even more. So, on to our next story of the day and our last story. I feel like this has been short today. Anyways, our last story is Europeans value a healthy mind as much as a healthy body, a poll showed. An EU poll or European poll has revealed that almost 9 in 10 people believe that the promotion of good mental health is as important as nurturing robust physical health. The online Eurobarometer survey was carried out by the European Commission to coincide with World Mental Health Day this week. It was showed that 89% of those interviewed mental health well-being as important as physical health. Living conditions, 60%, and financial security, 53%, were seen as the most important factors to achieving good mental health, while 62% of the EU citizens said that their well-being had been impacted by world events like COVID, the climate crisis, and the war in Ukraine. We, quote, the governments, public health and authorities, EU institutions, stakeholders, and citizens need to join our forces in a collective effort to prioritize good mental health and help those in need of support, said Stella Kyriakides, European Commissioner for Health and Food Safety. So, I know this is our typical, like, oh my gosh, it's a happy ending. But, with that being said, I feel like mental health is such a big thing. As a person who's gone through it, who's hit rock bottom, gone into like being held in an institution, that kind of stuff, like I know what it is like to be in that situation. So when I say mental health is everything, it really is everything. Like I feel like once your mental health goes, whether you're the richest person, whether you're the most broke person, it really breaks you. It really breaks you in a way that no one should be broken. But sadly, there is those of us. But once we do get through it, I think there's such beauty in it because we are now people who can help people who thought or who are thinking that their world is over. And we are the people put there to help others, to help them see that we turned out fine. You're going to be just as fine too. And help them process everything that's happened to them and help them get through and help them get the help that they need. I'm not saying it's always going to be okay. It's always going to be, there's always going to be a way to find and help them. Because sadly, the way this works is that you can only help somebody if they want the help. Sadly, that's the only way to help someone. If they don't, then there's not much you can do. But I feel like if we make it more of a world-known thing, which I think we are making it a more world-known thing, the easier it's going to be for people to want help. The easier it's going to be for people to ask for help when they need it. And the easier it would be for us to turn suicide rates down and that kind of stuff. So I hope that, I'm glad that these like European countries are noticing that mental health is a priority. And I think here in the US, it's starting to become a thing where like mental health really is no joke and we need to start prioritizing it too. Especially like coming from like I'm not sure if all minorities are the same, so I won't say minorities, but at least from a Hispanic household, Hispanics really do not believe in shrinks. And I say that because like I feel like every time people are like, oh, go to therapy or go see your psychologist, that kind of stuff, like they automatically think there's something wrong with you, like you're crazy or something. And so it is really frowned upon in our culture. So the fact that like a lot of these like our generation, our first generation from our parents are speaking out more about this and trying to to heal from these things that have happened in our lives and that kind of stuff. It's just really, really, really wholesome to watch these people now be grown-ups and helping their kids and trying to be different for their kids. And I think just this generation in particular, as much as we call all the children that are now growing up, that are now 18 and stuff, the cancel culture generation, they really have put a whole big deal on this whole like mental health. And I think that is really awesome. I'm glad that they are doing something about it. And I feel like everyone should take it into consideration. And if you're having a bad day, this isn't the end. Get help, accept the help that you need, and don't let it get to you, because you have overcome your worst of days when you thought things were really going to be over, and you made it through those times. And just like you made it through those, you're going to make it through them again. Okay? So, take care. Be safe. I love you all. And we will see you all again next week. Bye, guys.